There is a terrifying silence that occurs in the spiritual realm when a man mistreats a woman who has been specifically set apart by God. It is not the silence of absence. It is the silence of an impending storm. Most men do not realize that the woman they have just devalued, betrayed, or discarded was not merely a partner in their life, but a spiritual covering, a divine assignment intended to elevate them. When you touch a chosen woman, you are not just dealing with her emotions. You are engaging with the Creator who sent her. The tears she sheds do not just fall to the ground, they are collected as evidence. And the consequences that follow are not random bad luck. They are a structured divine response designed to correct a path that has veered dangerously off course. If you are watching this, perhaps you are a woman who has been left broken, wondering why your love was met with such cruelty. Or perhaps you are a man who has felt a strange, unexplainable resistance in your life recently. A sense that the wheels are coming off your success and you cannot pinpoint why. Listen closely, because what we are about to discuss is not just about relationships. It is about the spiritual laws of cause and effect. It is about what happens when human arrogance collides with divine protection. Before we dive into the attention, you need to prepare now. I put together an exclusive resource for those who feel set apart for something greater, but live surrounded by noise, distractions, and mental overload. This is a 30-day journey that will transform your life. A guided path to armor your mind and prepare for what's coming with daily practices of focus, boundaries, and discipline. Stop negotiating with the noise. Learn to spot distractions before they control you, and strengthen your mind. Also available in an immersive audio version. Over 10 Zuru readers have already transformed their lives through the 30-day journey. Thousands of people have already started this transformation. People like you who are tired of living in the fog. Ordinary people who decided to stop accepting mental chaos. Take advantage of this limited time offer only this month. Access your link just below in the pinned comment. Specific stages of this divine reaction, I need you to understand something fundamental about the chosen woman. This is not about arrogance or being better than others. A chosen woman is often the one who has suffered the most, the one who forgives when she shouldn't, the one who sees potential in a man when everyone else sees a wreck. She carries a light that tends to expose the darkness in others, and sometimes that light irritates the demons in a man before it heals them. If you recognize yourself in this description, or if you recognize a woman you have hurt, I want you to take a moment right now. Hit the like button and prepare your heart. We are going deep today. The first thing that happens when a man injures the heart of a chosen woman is a phenomenon I call the removal of the hedge. In ancient scriptures and spiritual traditions, it is often taught that favor and protection are sometimes granted to us, not because of our own merit, but because of who we are connected to. There are men walking around today who believe their success, their peace of mind, and their financial stability are solely the result of their hard work. They do not realize that the woman praying for them at 3 a.m., the woman speaking life into their dry bones, is the actual source of the rain falling on their field. When a man acts with malice or callousness toward this woman, when he betrays her trust or dismisses her worth, he is effectively unplugging himself from his power source. The immediate result is not always a lightning bolt from the sky. God is subtle. The first symptom is usually an internal noise. A chosen woman brings peace. Her presence calms the chaos in a man's mind. When she is pushed away or crushed, that peace leaves with her. Suddenly the man finds that his sleep is not as deep. He finds that the silence in his car or his home is no longer relaxing, it is haunting. He starts to feel a restless agitation, a need to constantly be distracted by work, by entertainment, by new relationships. But nothing sticks. This is the conviction of the Spirit. It is the first alert from heaven. It is important to understand that this conviction is actually a form of mercy. It is God saying, "You have stepped away from your covering. Turn back." Many men mistake this restlessness for boredom. They think, "I just need something new. I need a new thrill." So they go out and find a new partner, perhaps someone who demands less, someone who challenges them less. But here is the secret that no one tells them. You cannot replace a spiritual connection with a physical distraction. The new relationship might be fun for a week or a month, but soon the emptiness returns, deeper than before. Why? Because he is trying to fill a God-sized void with a human-sized bandage. If you have ever seen a man who seemed to have it all suddenly spiral into confusion after a breakup, you are witnessing this spiritual law in motion. He is looking for the peace he lost, but he is looking for it in the world, while the peace he had was a gift from the Spirit, channeled through the woman he dishonored. I want to pause here. If you are a woman watching this and you have been crying yourself to sleep feeling like you are not enough, I need you to hear this. Your absence is being felt in ways he cannot even articulate. You do not need to send that text. You do not need to explain your worth. The void you left is doing all the talking for you. If you are ready to let God fight this battle for you, type "I am set apart" in the comments below. Let that be your declaration today. Now let's move to the second, more tangible reaction, the erosion of favor. This is where things get very real, very fast. When a man dishonors a daughter of the king, he often finds that his Midas touch turns into a touch of dust. You see, spiritual logic dictates that authority and abundance flow where there is order and honor. When a man is in alignment, treating people, especially his partner, with love and respect, he is a vessel for blessings. But when he breaks that vessel, the contents start to leak out. We often see this in the professional lives of men who have stepped out of integrity. Suddenly, deals that were 99% done fall through at the last minute. Clients who were loyal for years decide to leave without a clear reason. Investments that looked promising hit unexpected regulatory snags. It is not that the man has lost his skill, he has lost his favor. There is a biblical principle that says, "Husbands, love your wives, so that your prayers may not be hindered." Regardless of your religious background, the psychological and spiritual truth here is undeniable. If there is discord and cruelty in your home or your heart toward your partner, there is a blockage in the flow of your life. The universe, or God, closes doors that were once open. This erosion is often slow at first. It starts with minor frustrations, car trouble, unexpected bills, miscommunications. But if the man refuses to humble himself, if he doubles down on his arrogance and justifies his mistreatment of the woman, the erosion accelerates. It attacks his reputation, it attacks his finances, it attacks his sense of purpose. He might look at his bank account and see numbers, but he feels poor. He might have a high-ranking title, but he feels powerless. Why does this happen? Because the chosen woman was often the gatekeeper of his favor. Her intuition saved him from bad deals. Her prayers shielded him from bad associations. Her encouragement gave him the fuel to push through hard times. When he crushes her, he destroys his own navigation system. He is now flying blind in a storm, and the crash is inevitable. This is a critical moment for the man. He has two choices. He can harden his heart, blame the woman, blame the world, and sink deeper into bitterness. Or he can recognize the pattern. He can stop and ask, "Why has the atmosphere of my life shifted since I hurt her?" This realization is the only path to restoration. But sadly, many men are too driven by ego to admit that their success was a shared grace. They want to believe they are self-made, not realizing they were God-sustained through the vessel of a helper. Before I reveal the third and most profound consequence, which involves what happens to the woman herself, I want to challenge you. Think about the timelines in your own life. Have you ever noticed a correlation between how you treat others and how the world treats you? It is not always immediate, but the ledger always balances. If you are finding value in this breakdown, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. We are building a community here that seeks truth over comfort, and I don't want you to miss the next video where we will discuss how to break these negative cycles. Now, the third reaction. This is the twist that most people do not see coming. While the man is dealing with conviction and the erosion of favor, what is happening to the woman? To the human eye, she looks defeated. She is likely in a season of isolation. She might be depressed, anxious, or struggling to function. The world looks at her and says, she lost. But heaven looks at her and says, she is being prepared. The third reaction is the elevation in silence. When a chosen woman is broken by a man, God does not leave her in the dust. He pulls her into a cocoon. This period of pain is actually a period of intense reconstruction. You see, often a chosen woman loves so deeply that she makes the man an idol. She puts his needs above her own, his dreams above her calling. The heartbreak, as painful as it is necessary to break that idol. God removes the man so that the woman can rediscover her source. During this time of separation, while the man is chasing distractions, the woman is usually forced to face her deepest wounds. She goes to therapy. She prays more fervently than ever before. She reads, she journals, she cries out. This process is burning away her dependency on human validation. She is becoming dangerous to the enemy because she is becoming whole on her own. This is why often 6 months or a year after a devastating breakup, the woman emerges looking younger, vibrant, more successful, and spiritually radiant. She didn't just get over it, she was upgraded. The very trauma intended to destroy her became the raw material for her new level of authority. And here is the cliffhanger for the man. When he finally realizes his mistake and looks back, hoping to find her waiting and weeping, he finds her elevated. She is no longer within his reach. He remembers her as the woman who needed him. He encounters her as a queen who needs nothing but God. This realization is the ultimate judgment. It is the realization that he held a diamond in his hands, mistook it for glass, and threw it away, only to see it shining in a crown he can no longer touch. But is there hope? Is this a permanent sentence? The beauty of spiritual law is that it is always designed for redemption, not just punishment. For the man who is experiencing the erosion of favor and the haunting of the spirit, the way out is not to chase the woman, it is to chase repentance. It is to fix the broken internal mechanism that allowed him to devalue a gift. He must understand that his restoration does not depend on getting her back. It depends on becoming a man who is worthy of the blessing he lost. He has to learn honor. He has to learn that strength is not in dominance, but in protection. If he can learn this lesson, even if he never gets that specific woman back, he stops the cycle of destruction. He opens the door for grace to return to his life. However, for the woman, the warning is also clear. Do not look back. Lot's wife looked back at the destruction of Sodom and turned into a pillar of salt. Looking back at a man who God has removed from your life stops your elevation. Your vindication is not in his return. Your vindication is in your rise. The greatest revenge is not anger. It is your healing. It is your joy. It is you fulfilling the purpose that was paused while you were trying to fix someone who didn't want to be fixed. I want to address the skeptics for a moment. You might be thinking, this sounds like magical thinking. People break up all the time and life goes on. And you are right on a surface level. But we are talking about a specific dynamic here. We are talking about the chosen ones. There are people in this world who carry a heavy mantle of destiny. When you interact with them, the stakes are higher. You cannot play games with high-voltage electricity and expect not to get burned. Psychologically, this makes sense too. A person with high empathy, high integrity, and deep spiritual grounding, a chosen woman, provides a secure attachment base. When a man with avoidant or narcissistic traits harms her, he destroys his own psychological safety net. The chaos that follows is a predictable psychological outcome of destroying your own support system. The spiritual explanation just gives us the language to understand the depth of that loss. So, what should you do today? If you are the man in this scenario, stop running. Stop trying to fill the void with noise. Sit in the silence. Let the conviction do its work. Apologize, not to manipulate her back, but to clear your conscience. Honor what was given to you, even if it is gone. That is the first step to stopping the erosion of your life. If you are the woman, dry your tears. The storm you are feeling is not the end of your story. It is the clearing of your path. The person who left you did not reject you. They disqualified themselves from your future. You are being prepared for a level of blessing that requires you to be free of that dead weight. Your elevation is happening right now, in the silence. Trust it. As we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave you with a thought. The universe is always listening. Every action creates a ripple. When you treat people with honor, you build a fortress of favor around your life. When you treat people with contempt, especially those who loved you with a pure heart, you dismantle your own walls. Be a builder, not a destroyer. The next video on this channel is going to uncover the signs of a spiritual narcissist and how to identify if you are in a covenant with someone sent to drain your light. You cannot afford to miss it. It will appear on your screen in a few seconds. But before you click, I have a challenge for you. Share this video with one person today, just one. Send it to a friend who is hurting, or post it on your timeline. You never know whose life you might save by sharing this truth. And don't forget to check the pinned comment for a resource that will help you heal your heart and reclaim your power. This is a journey, not a sprint. You are stronger than you think, and you are more protected than you know. Keep your head up. The best is truly yet to come. Now let's go a layer deeper. I mentioned earlier that the man's success often feels hollow after he hurts a chosen woman. Let's dissect the anatomy of that hollowness. It is a very specific feeling. It's the feeling of eating but never being full. In the Bible, there is a scripture in the book of Haggai that speaks of earning wages only to put them into a bag with holes. This is the financial and emotional reality of the man under this specific spiritual discipline. He might get the promotion, but the celebration feels flat. He might buy the new car, but the excitement fades before he even drives it off the lot. Why? Because the capacity to enjoy blessings is a gift from God. We often think the blessing is the object, the money, the house, the status. But the true blessing is the ability to enjoy those things. When you grieve the spirit of a chosen woman, you grieve the Spirit of God. And the first thing that is lifted is the joy of the harvest. You are left with the harvest, but without the joy. You have the trappings of success, but the essence is gone. This is why you see so many successful men who look miserable. They have conquered the world, but lost their soul. They severed the connection to the very source of joy when they discarded the relationship that was grounding them. On the flip side, the woman often experiences the opposite. She might have less materially in the immediate aftermath of the separation. She might have had to move out, downsize, or struggle financially. But watch her closely. There is a peace that settles over her. She finds joy in a cup of coffee. She finds laughter with friends. She finds a depth of connection with nature or art that she didn't have before. God is showing her that He is her provider, not the man. He is showing her that her joy comes from within, not from her relationship status. This is a dangerous lesson for her to learn, dangerous for the enemy, that is. Because once a woman learns that she can be happy with nothing but God's presence, she becomes unstoppable. She can no longer be manipulated by fear of loss. She becomes a fortress. This shift, where the man has everything but feels nothing, and the woman has nothing but feels everything, is the ultimate rebalancing of the scales. It is the universe correcting the error. It proves that the currency of life is not money, it is peace. And peace cannot be stolen, it can only be forfeited. The man forfeited his peace when he betrayed her trust. The woman regained her peace when she let go of the man. I want you to reflect on the concept of soul ties. When you are intimate with someone, when you share dreams, fears, and life with them, you create a spiritual bond. When that bond is ripped apart violently or carelessly, it creates a spiritual wound. For the chosen woman, this wound is tended to by angels. There is a supernatural triage that happens. But for the man who caused the wound, there is often no triage because he does not admit he is bleeding. He pretends he is fine. He suppresses the guilt. And because he doesn't treat the wound, it becomes infected. This infection spreads to his character. He becomes more cynical, more guarded, more transactional in his relationships. He starts to view women as objects to be conquered rather than souls to be cherished. This hardening of the heart is the most tragic consequence of all. It is a slow spiritual death unless he wakes up. The alert from heaven we talked about in the title. It is the wake-up call. It is the nightmare that wakes him up in a sweat. It is the deal falling through. It is the feeling of loneliness in a crowded room. These are not punishments to destroy him. They are alarms to save him. They are screaming, "You are going the wrong way. Turn around." If you are a man watching this and you feel that alarm ringing in your soul, do not hit snooze. Do not ignore it. It requires courage to face your own shadow. It requires immense strength to say, "I messed up. I hurt someone who was good to me. I was arrogant." But that confession is the key that unlocks your prison. And for the women, your role is not to wait for his confession. Your role is to forgive him, not for his sake, but for yours. Forgiveness does not mean reconciliation. It does not mean letting him back into your life to hurt you again. It means cutting the energetic cord that ties you to his dysfunction. It means saying, "I release you to your journey, and I release myself to mine." When you do that, you step fully into your chosen identity. You stop being a victim of his choices and start being the hero of your own story. You realize that his departure was not a rejection, it was an eviction. God evicted him from your life because he was taking up space that was needed for your destiny. Let's talk about the Boaz concept. In the biblical story of Ruth, she had to go through loss, grief, and being a foreigner in a strange land before she met Boaz, her kinsman redeemer. She had to be humble, hard-working, and faithful in the small things. She didn't chase Boaz. He noticed her. He noticed her character. He noticed how she treated her mother-in-law. For the chosen woman, your Boaz, whether that represents a new partner, a new career, or a new level of spiritual ministry, is watching. You are being observed. How you handle this season of pain is your interview for the next level. If you become bitter, vengeful, and toxic, you disqualify yourself from the upgrade. But if you remain soft, if you keep your heart pure, if you continue to serve and love despite the pain, you are passing the test. The man who hurt you was a chapter, not the whole book. Do not let one dark chapter ruin the rest of your story. Turn the page. The pen is in the hand of the author of life, and he writes beautiful endings for those who trust him. As we approach the end of this video, I want to give you a practical exercise. It's simple but powerful. I want you to take a piece of paper. On the left side, write down everything you feel you lost when this relationship ended or when this person hurt you. Write down the companionship, the financial security, the future you imagined. Now, on the right side, I want you to write down what you have gained. This might be harder at first, but look closer. Have you gained freedom? Have you gained a closer relationship with God? Have you gained a renewed focus on your own health? Have you gained the knowledge that you are stronger than you thought? Focus on the right side of the page. That is your inventory for the future. That is your seed. You cannot build a future on what you lost. You can only build it on what you have left. And if you have God and you have your breath, you have everything you need to start over. The warning has been issued. The alert has been sounded. The spiritual laws are in motion. The question is, how will you respond? Will you remain a victim of the fallout, or will you use this moment to align yourself with the divine plan? Remember, a chosen woman is not defined by who chooses her. She is defined by the one who chose her first. And that choice is irrevocable. You are loved with an everlasting love. You are seen, you are known, and you are not done. If this message resonated with your spirit, I ask you to do one thing: subscribe. Not for the numbers, but because you need a steady diet of truth to counteract the lies of the world. We are building an army of healed, whole, and powerful individuals here. Join us. And finally, a prayer for everyone watching. May you find the strength to let go of what was, the faith to embrace what is, and the hope to expect what is coming. May your eyes be open to the spiritual reality behind your struggles, and may you find the peace that surpasses all understanding. Thank you for watching. Thank you for trusting me with your time. I do not take it for granted. Until next time, walk in your anointing. Walk in your worth. And never let anyone make you feel like you are less than a daughter or a son of the Most High. The next video is already on the screen. It's about the 7 stages of spiritual awakening after trauma. It is the perfect follow-up to this conversation. Click it now and let's continue this journey together. You are not alone. End of script. What you are experiencing right now, the confusion, the heaviness in your chest, the waking up at 3 a.m., is not just emotional heartbreak. It is a spiritual dismantling. When a person with a high calling connects with a person carrying a spirit of distraction, the separation process triggers a massive energetic detox. Science calls this withdrawal. The spirit calls it purification. I want to walk you through the 7 stages of spiritual awakening that occur specifically after a traumatic relationship. Understanding these stages is critical because without this map, you will think you are going crazy. You are not going crazy. You are waking up. The first stage is the shattering. This goes beyond shock. This is where the illusion of who you thought he was, and more importantly, who you thought you were with him, collapses. In this stage, your nervous system is dysregulated. You might feel a physical vibration in your body or an inability to focus. This is the tower moment in spiritual terms. God is shaking everything that can be shaken so that only what is unshakable remains. Do not try to glue the pieces back together during the shattering. Let them fall. You cannot build God's version of your life on a foundation of lies. This leads us directly into the second stage, and this is the one that trips up 90% of people. It is called the void. After the chaos of the breakup, silence sets in. The phone stops ringing. The drama ceases, and suddenly you are left with a terrifying quiet. In psychology, we know that the brain addicted to the dopamine highs and lows of a toxic relationship craves the chaos. When the chaos stops, you feel empty. But listen to me closely. The void is not empty space, it is sacred space. In the Bible, before creation, the earth was without form and void, and darkness was on the face of the deep. That is where the Spirit of God moved. You are in the void so that God can finally speak without the static of your partner's manipulation interfering. Do not rush to fill this void with a rebound relationship, excessive food, or social media scrolling. If you run from the quiet, you run from your healing. Sit in it. It is in this silence that your intuition, the voice of the Holy Spirit, begins to recalibrate. The third stage is the purge. This is the ugly part. This is where the anger comes up. Not just irritation, but a deep, guttural rage. You will be angry at him for what he did, but eventually that anger turns inward. You will be angry at yourself for staying too long. You will ask, how did I let this happen? I am smart. I am spiritual. How was I so blind? I need you to stop right there. Shame is the enemy of the purge. You were not blind, you were hopeful. You were projecting your own goodness onto a screen that could not reflect it. This anger you feel is actually a good sign. It is your self-respect coming back online. It is the fight response of your soul saying, never again. Use this anger as fuel, not as a weapon against yourself. Burn the bridges that lead back to your past version. Before we move to the fourth stage, I have to reveal something about your biology that explains why you feel physically sick. During a toxic relationship, your cortisol levels, the stress hormone, attention, you need to prepare now. I put together an exclusive resource for those who feel set apart for something greater, but live surrounded by noise, distractions, and mental overload. This is a 30-day journey that will transform your life. A guided path to armor your mind and prepare for what's coming with daily practices of focus, boundaries, and discipline. Stop negotiating with the noise. Learn to spot distractions before they control you. And strengthen your mind. Also available in an immersive audio version. Over 10 Zuru readers have already transformed their lives through the 30-day journey. Thousands of people have already started this transformation. People like you who are tired of living in the fog. Ordinary people who decided to stop accepting mental chaos. Take advantage of this limited time offer only this month. Access your link just below in the pinned comment.